Welcome back to our channel. Today we explore the remarkable journey of Ann Blyth, a beloved star of Hollywood's golden age. Known for her exceptional range from dramatic roles to musical performances, Ann captivated audiences with her charm, talent, and undeniable presence on screen. At just 16, she delivered an unforgettable performance in Mildred Pierce, earning an Academy Award nomination and cementing her place among cinema's finest talents. But beyond the accolades and the spotlight was a woman whose life was marked by resilience, love, and quiet strength. From her humble beginnings in New York to her meteoric rise in Hollywood, and from her personal joys to her later reclusive years, Ann Blyth's story is one of triumph, challenges, and enduring legacy. Join us as we uncover the life, career, and poignant final chapter of this extraordinary star. Ann Marie Blyth was born on August 16, 1928, in the peaceful town of Mount Kisco, New York, to Harry and Nan Lynch Blyth. Her early life, however, was far from tranquil. After her parents separated, Ann, her mother, and her sister moved to a modest walk-up apartment on East 31st Street in New York City. Despite financial struggles, Ann's mother not only provided for the family through ironing jobs, but also nurtured Ann's passion for performing by turning tough days into moments of joy with music. Ann later credited these early memories as the foundation of her passion for performing. From an early age, Ann displayed a remarkable affinity for performing. At just 5 years old, she captivated audiences with her enchanting voice on children's radio shows in New York. Her charming presence and vocal talent made her a favorite among listeners. And over the course of 6 years, she became a familiar and beloved figure on the airwaves. By the time she turned 9, Ann had joined the prestigious New York Children's Opera Company. This opportunity not only showcased her vocal abilities, but also introduced her to the discipline and excitement of live performance. Fans and critics alike were quick to notice her talent. Radio listeners often wrote letters to the stations, praising the young star for her expressive voice and ability to bring joy through her performances. One fan wrote, "Ann Blyth's voice is like a ray of sunshine. It makes the day brighter." These early reactions highlighted her potential and hinted at the success that lay ahead. Media outlets also took note of her burgeoning career, with local papers occasionally featuring her performances in the children's opera and on radio shows. Headlines like "A Rising Star Among New York's Young Performers" painted a picture of a girl destined for greatness. For a young girl growing up amidst financial challenges, this recognition was a glimpse of the extraordinary future she would later achieve. Her ability to balance her studies at St. Patrick's School in Manhattan with her blossoming career showcased a discipline rare for someone so young. Teachers and peers at school admired her dedication, often describing her as the girl who was always dreaming big. These dreams, coupled with her determination, became the foundation of her meteoric rise in the performing arts. Ann Blyth's first acting role came on the grand stage of Broadway, a remarkable achievement for any young performer, let alone one as young as 13. She starred as Babette, the daughter of Paul Lucas's character, in Lillian Hellman's celebrated play Watch on the Rhine. Running from 1941 to 1942, the production was a resounding success, earning the New York Drama Critics Circle Award and completing an incredible 378 performances. For Ann, the experience was transformative. It was here that she learned the discipline and emotional depth required to bring characters to life. Ann Blyth's debut on Broadway in Watch on the Rhine was a transformative experience that pushed her to grow as an actress. Working alongside seasoned performers like Paul Lucas and Lucille Watson, Ann later described the experience as both intimidating and inspiring. Sharing the stage with such extraordinary talent pushed me to give my best every night, she reflected. Lucas's precision and commanding presence in particular taught her the importance of discipline and attention to detail, lessons that would shape her career on stage and screen. Critics were quick to praise her performance, highlighting her ability to hold her own alongside veteran actors like Paul Lucas and Lucille Watson. Ann later described her time on Broadway as a masterclass in acting, where she learned not just the technicalities of performance, but the importance of authenticity and connection with the audience. One reviewer wrote, "Ann Blyth's portrayal of Babette adds a layer of innocence and humanity to an already powerful narrative. Her stage presence is undeniable. Theater-goers, too, were enchanted, often writing letters to express their admiration. It's hard to believe someone so young could evoke such depth and emotion," one fan remarked. The play's success led to a nationwide tour, bringing Ann to stages far beyond New York. During the Los Angeles leg of the tour, fate intervened. Talent scouts from Universal Studios attended a performance and were immediately captivated by her natural talent and commanding stage presence. Impressed by her potential, they offered Ann a contract, signaling the start of her Hollywood journey. News of her transition to film generated excitement both in the theater world and among her growing fan base. Local newspapers ran headlines like "Broadway's Brightest Star Shines in Hollywood," while magazines featured interviews with the young actress discussing her aspirations. "I just want to tell good stories, whether on stage or screen," Ann told one reporter, her humility and passion earning her even more admirers. Her fans, who had followed her Broadway career, eagerly anticipated her Hollywood debut. Letters poured in, wishing her success and expressing hope that she would bring the same authenticity to the screen that she had delivered on stage. One admirer wrote, "Ann Blyth has a gift that transcends mediums. She's not just an actress, she's a storyteller." Ann Blyth's cinematic journey took a significant turn in 1944 when she debuted in the vibrant teenage musical Chip Off the Old Block. Starring alongside Donald O'Connor and Peggy Ryan, Ann's effervescent energy and magnetic screen presence immediately charmed audiences. Her ability to deliver playful yet heartfelt performances quickly made her a favorite in the genre, leading to roles in The Mary Mohannans and Babes on Swing Street later that year. Local newspapers described her as a breath of fresh air in Hollywood's musical landscape, and fans began to take notice, writing letters to Universal Studios expressing their admiration for the young star's natural talent. But it was in 1945 that Ann Blyth truly solidified her place in Hollywood history. Cast against type by Warner Brothers, she took on the role of Veda Pierce, the cold, calculating daughter in Mildred Pierce. Sharing the screen with Joan Crawford, Ann delivered a powerhouse performance that stunned both critics and audiences. Her portrayal of Veda's ambition, deceit, and emotional manipulation was chillingly authentic, marking a stark departure from the light-hearted roles she had previously embraced. At just 16 years old, Ann earned an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress, making her one of the youngest actresses at the time to achieve such a milestone. This role cemented her as one of Hollywood's most promising young talents, with studios eager to cast her in roles that demanded both depth and range. Fan magazines declared her Hollywood's newest sensation, and her face graced countless covers. Critics lauded her ability to bring complexity to a character so unlikable. One review proclaimed, "Ann Blyth doesn't just play Veda Pierce, she transforms into her," delivering one of the most striking performances of the year. Fans were equally effusive in their praise. Letters flooded into Warner Brothers offices, many expressing awe at her maturity and talent. She has the poise of a veteran and the intensity of a true artist, one fan wrote, encapsulating the admiration felt by audiences nationwide. Media outlets were quick to spotlight Ann's meteoric rise. Headlines such as "Hollywood's Next Leading Lady," "Ann Blyth Shines," and "Mildred Pierce" adorned entertainment pages. Interviewers sought to uncover how such a young actress could embody such a dark and layered character. In one interview, Ann humbly credited her success to her early years on Broadway, saying, "Every role teaches you something. And for Veda, I learned the power of restraint in storytelling." Unfortunately, her soaring career faced an unexpected setback. While tobogganing at Snow Valley, Ann suffered a broken back, forcing her to take an extended break from acting. The news shocked fans, who wrote letters wishing her a speedy recovery. One admirer penned, "Ann Blyth is a fighter. We know she'll come back stronger than ever." Despite the injury stalling her momentum, her role in Mildred Pierce remained a defining moment in her career. After recovering from her injury, Ann Blyth returned to Hollywood with remarkable determination, proving that her talent and resilience were as strong as ever. Her comeback began with notable roles in Swell Guy, 1946, and Brute Force, 1947, two films that showcased her ability to adapt to a variety of genres. In Swell Guy, Ann brought a heartfelt sincerity to her performance, capturing the complexity of human relationships, while in Brute Force she tackled the dark, intense world of film noir alongside Burt Lancaster, earning praise for her ability to hold her own in such a gritty narrative. Tragedy struck during this period when Ann's father passed away, a loss that deeply affected her. Despite her grief, she channeled her emotions into her work, delivering performances imbued with depth and authenticity. She later admitted that her loss added a layer of vulnerability to her roles, allowing her to tap into raw emotions that made her performances even more authentic. Fans admired her ability to remain professional during such a challenging time, with one admirer writing, "Ann Blyth's strength on screen reflects the strength she carries in her personal life. She inspires us to persevere." Her career gained even more momentum when MGM borrowed her for Killer McCoy, 1947, a boxing drama starring Mickey Rooney. The film was a commercial success, and Ann's portrayal of the female lead brought a touch of warmth and humanity to the story. Critics highlighted her chemistry with Rooney, with one review stating, "Ann Blyth brings an emotional counterbalance to the high-energy performance of Mickey Rooney, grounding the film in relatable sincerity." Later that year, Ann appeared in A Woman's Vengeance, 1947, a psychological thriller where she displayed her versatility by adopting a convincing British accent. Her ability to seamlessly transform into characters with such distinct personas continued to cement her reputation as one of Hollywood's most promising talents. In 1948, Ann took on the role of Regina Hubbard in Another Part of the Forest, a prequel to The Little Foxes. This film allowed her to step into the shoes of one of Lillian Hellman's most iconic characters, offering audiences a glimpse into Regina's backstory. Ann's portrayal captured the ambition and cunning of the character, earning her widespread acclaim. Ann Blyth's Regina is a masterclass in ambition and intrigue, a critic remarked, while fans praised her ability to make such a complex role feel compelling and relatable. Throughout this phase of her career, the media celebrated Ann's evolution as an actress. Headlines like "Ann Blyth, from ingenue to leading lady" reflected her growing stature in Hollywood. Fan clubs dedicated to her work grew rapidly, with members exchanging letters and collecting clippings of her latest films. One fan wrote, "Watching Ann Blyth is like witnessing the evolution of a true artist. Each role reveals another layer of her incredible talent." Ann Blyth's career soared to new heights in the early 1950s, with a series of standout performances that showcased her versatility and charisma. Her role in The Great Caruso, 1951, alongside Mario Lanza, marked a significant milestone. The film, a lavish biographical drama about the life of legendary tenor Enrico Caruso, was a massive box office success and solidified Ann's status as a leading lady in Hollywood. Critics praised her performance, with one review noting, "Ann Blyth's graceful presence and musicality bring a refreshing balance to Mario Lanza's powerful voice." Fans, too, were captivated, with letters pouring into studios expressing admiration for her ability to hold her own against Lanza's larger-than-life performance. The success of The Great Caruso opened doors to even more high-profile projects. In 1952, Ann starred opposite two of Hollywood's most iconic leading men. She worked with Tyrone Power in the romantic fantasy I'll Never Forget You, where her delicate performance as a woman caught between love and time earned her critical acclaim. Later that year, she appeared alongside Gregory Peck in the historical adventure The World in His Arms. Ann's portrayal of a spirited Russian countess brought a touch of elegance and vitality to the swashbuckling tale, earning her widespread praise. Fans often described her as the perfect complement to Peck's commanding presence, and magazines featured her in articles titled Hollywood's Most Versatile Star. In addition to her film work, Ann began exploring television as the medium gained popularity. She appeared in A Place in the Sun for Lux Video Theater, a role that demonstrated her adaptability and ability to captivate audiences in any format. Her willingness to transition between film and television showed her commitment to storytelling, no matter the platform. Ann's career reached further highs with films like All the Brothers Were Valiant, 1953, a sweeping maritime drama that paired her with Stuart Granger and Robert Taylor, and Rosemarie, 1954, a musical where her vocal talents once again took center stage. Her contributions to musical cinema reflected a golden era where storytelling through song captivated audiences worldwide. Critics often cited her performances as a benchmark for aspiring musical actresses. Both films highlighted her ability to shine in diverse genres, from high seas adventures to romantic musicals. Critics noted that her performances elevated the material, with one reviewer stating, "Ann Blyth brings an authenticity to every role, making even the most fantastical stories feel real." However, her career wasn't without its challenges. Some projects, like The Girl from the Golden West, were canceled due to production issues, leaving fans disappointed. Despite these setbacks, Ann's reputation as a dependable and talented actress remained unshaken. Fan clubs continued to grow, and audiences eagerly awaited each of her new roles. One admirer wrote, "Ann Blyth's presence on screen is magic. She has the rare ability to make every character unforgettable." As the late 1950s brought significant changes to the entertainment industry, Ann Blyth embraced the opportunity to diversify her career. Transitioning from the silver screen to the stage and television, she discovered new avenues to showcase her immense talent. Her natural grace, commanding stage presence, and powerful voice made her a standout in musical theater, where she took on leading roles in iconic productions like The King and I, The Sound of Music, and Showboat. Each role revealed a different dimension of her artistry, earning her glowing reviews and the adoration of theater audiences. Fans who watched her live performances were awestruck by her ability to command the stage with the same charisma that had made her a Hollywood favorite. One theatergoer enthusiastically wrote, "Watching Ann Blyth perform live is like being transported to another world. Her voice soars, and her presence is simply magnetic. Critics echoed this sentiment, with one review describing her portrayal in The Sound of Music as a heartfelt and luminous performance that breathes new life into a beloved classic. Simultaneously, Ann made a successful leap into television, proving her versatility by taking on roles in some of the era's most popular shows. She captivated audiences with her appearances in The Twilight Zone, where she seamlessly navigated the suspenseful, thought-provoking narratives of the series, and Wagon Train, where she brought warmth and depth to the Western genre. In the 1980s, she delighted fans with appearances in Murder, she wrote, connecting with a new generation who admired her elegance and nuanced performances. The media celebrated Ann's adaptability, praising her ability to excel across multiple platforms. Articles featured headlines like Ann Blyth, a star for every stage and from Broadway to Hollywood. The enduring talent of Ann Blyth. Producers recognized her enduring appeal, and she signed multiple appearance contracts, solidifying her presence on television throughout her later years. Her performances were hailed as proof that true talent transcends formats, with one columnist remarking, Ann Blyth's journey through film, theater, and television showcases her rare ability to connect with audiences in any medium. Fans admired her willingness to embrace new challenges, often describing her as a pioneer who bridged the gap between Hollywood's golden age and modern entertainment. Her final television appearances in Switch and Quincy M.E. in 1983 marked the end of a remarkable career. These roles carried a bittersweet note for fans, who expressed both sadness at her retirement and gratitude for the decades of joy she had brought to their lives. Fan magazines featured heartfelt letters, including one that read, Ann Blyth is a treasure. Her work has touched so many lives, and her legacy will inspire artists for years to come. Ann Blyth's passing marked the end of an extraordinary life and career, but her impact on Hollywood and its audiences remains timeless. She passed away after enduring age-related illnesses, leaving behind a legacy of resilience, talent, and grace that continues to inspire. In her later years, though her health declined, her contributions to the entertainment world remained a beacon of artistry and dedication. One of the most enduring symbols of her legacy is her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, located at 6733 Hollywood Boulevard. Awarded on February 8, 1960, this honor was a testament to her remarkable achievements in cinema. Fans from around the world still visit her star, leaving flowers, handwritten notes, and tokens of appreciation. A visitor once left a note that read, "Thank you, Ann, for the beauty and brilliance you brought to the screen. You will always be a star in our hearts." Media tributes following her passing celebrated her wide-ranging talents and the unique elegance she brought to her roles. Articles with headlines like Golden Age Icon, Remembering Ann Blyth, and Hollywood's Queen of Versatility revisited her career highlights. From her Oscar-nominated performance in Mildred Pierce to her dazzling turns in musicals like The Great Caruso. Television networks aired retrospectives and marathons of her films, reigniting interest in her work among younger generations and reminding longtime fans of her extraordinary range as an actress. Social media, despite being far removed from her active years in Hollywood, also became a space for fans to share their admiration. Clips of her most iconic scenes circulated widely, with comments like, Ann Blyth was the epitome of grace and talent. Her legacy will never fade. And her voice, her presence, her brilliance. She was truly one of a kind. Hollywood insiders also paid tribute to Ann's enduring influence. Modern-day actors and directors cited her work as a source of inspiration. Actresses often credit Ann Blyth for paving the way for women in Hollywood, proving that versatility and authenticity are timeless qualities. Retrospective events celebrating her career continue to draw audiences, reminding the world of her enduring magic. Ann Blyth taught us that true artistry is timeless, one filmmaker remarked during a retrospective event celebrating her career. Her ability to transition seamlessly between genres and her commitment to authenticity continue to serve as a blueprint for aspiring performers. The serene beauty of her Hollywood Walk of Fame star stands as a poignant reminder of her contributions to the industry. Fans visiting the site often pause to reflect on the impact she made both on and off the screen. For many, her story is not just one of success, but also of grace under pressure, a legacy of perseverance that resonates deeply with audiences, even today. Ann Blyth's journey from a small-town girl to a celebrated Hollywood icon is nothing short of inspiring. She left an indelible mark on cinema, enchanting audiences with her powerful performances and versatility. Yet, her story is also a reminder of the human side of fame, the sacrifices, the challenges, and the quiet moments that define a life well lived. Although she has left us, Ann Blyth's legacy shines brightly through her films and the hearts of fans who continue to celebrate her artistry. Thank you for joining us in commemorating the life of this unforgettable star. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating stories from Hollywood's golden past. See you next time.